This is not a car. It is a 5-ton mechanical heart attack, a machine so violent that its own creator called it a perversion of engineering. It wasn't built to be elegant, and it certainly wasn't built to be safe. It was built to hunt down the fastest machines in the world and bully them into submission using nothing more than raw, iron-willed pressure. This is the Bentley Blower, the loudest and most defiant heartbeat in the history of the open road. To understand this beast, you have to go back to 1929, an era of grit, grease, and glory. There were no computers and no safety nets, only steel, fuel, and the Bentley Boys, a group of wealthy, fearless adventurers who lived for the thrill of the 24 hours of Le Mans. At the center of this world was W.O. Bentley, a purist who believed that if you wanted more speed, you simply built a bigger engine. But one of his star drivers, the dashing Sir Henry Tim Birkin, had a darker, more radical vision. Birkin knew that to win, the Bentley didn't just need to be big, it needed to be brutal. Against W.O.'s explicit wishes, Birkin teamed up with engineer Amherst Villiers to bolt a massive supercharger directly to the front of the car. The Blower was born. It was an industrial monster that forced air into the engine with such violence that it boosted the power from a modest 110 horsepower to a staggering 240. In 1929, that was like strapping a jet engine to a horse-drawn carriage. Inside the cockpit, there was no luxury, only intensity. The dashboard was a slab of hand-hammered aluminum filled with vibrating gauges, and the heavy gear lever required the strength of a blacksmith to move. It didn't feel like driving, it felt like wrestling a titan. Outside, the car wore its heart on its sleeve. The supercharger wasn't hidden under a hood, it sat exposed at the very front, screaming at the wind as it approached. The Blower's legend was cemented not through a simple victory, but through an act of sheer madness. In the 1930 Le Mans, Birkin pushed his Blower to the breaking point to duel the legendary Rudolf Caracciola. At 120 miles per hour, with one tire shredded and flapping against the bodywork, Birkin overtook the Mercedes with his wheels in the grass. He didn't win the race that day, but he won immortality. He proved that British grit could stare down the best engineering in the world and never blink. Today, the Bentley Blower remains the ultimate symbol of power over compromise. It was the original choice for James Bond in the early novels, because it was a car for a man who valued strength above all else. Only a handful remain, and they are worth millions, but you cannot put a price on the soul of such a machine. It reminds us of a time when driving was a physical act of bravery, a time when a car didn't just move you through space, it moved you through history. The Blower didn't just chase the horizon, it conquered it with sheer iron-willed force. In a world of silent motors, its thunder still echoes as the greatest roar ever captured in steel.